Welcome back, everyone. I'm Winifred Boyd. Welcome to this week's Qigong, brought to you by the Port Washington Public Library. We're going to be doing plates today, or if you have a round ball or a grapefruit. So if you want to pause the video for a second and go get those, we're going to do those a little bit later on. I'll wait. Okay, let's get started and let's shake everything out a little bit up here and down here and up. It's a little bit cooler outside, and we're doing seated Qigong today. So instead of freezing, we're below 30 now at this point. I'm doing a seated style. We're going to do it from the chair and indoors. So we're going to try to do a seated chair Qigong practice at least once a month, so we can get ourselves in that habit a little bit. Sometimes we're too tired. Sometimes we're just at a desk at work, and we just need to refresh a little bit. And let's give those feet a little bit of a wag. I don't know if you can see my Gandalf off to the side there. Animals love Qigong, Tai Chi, and Reiki, just kind of being in that energy. Most of the time they relax, but sometimes they get a little antsy because the energy can be quite strong, even for those that are not participating in a physical sense. And let's put those, I'm going to put my fuzzy slippers back on. And one more time, and back down. And let's take a deep breath, and let's do that waterfall, bringing that energy down slowly and through the body and out and into the floor. If you can't lean forward, that's okay, because your back hurts, you're stiff. Do the best you can. Use your mind. The mind is a very powerful and important thing. We don't emphasize that enough when we work with healing with the body. So this is all an exhale. This is an inhale. And again, an exhale. And again, free breath, no breath, your normal breath, all is fine. But as you start to move forward in the practice a little bit, it's good to get started trying to regulate your breath to the movements. And even with practice, a lot of times we get caught up and out of rhythm with our breath and our movement. And it just is necessary for us to just take a second, not concentrate on that, and allow our body and our breath to sort of fall into sync again. A couple more. Good. And down, and one more. Gathering that energy up, breathing in, and bringing it down through the body, bringing it through the top of the head, down through the spine, down out through the perineum or the root chakra, and down and out through our feet. And now we want to gather that energy in, and we're going to hold again and just breathe. Try to let go, check in with your body, see how it feels where you're at, and release. Again, you may feel the saliva gathering in your mouth. Go ahead and swallow that if you don't have a cold or a flu. It helps build the body's energy. As I say that, I have to take a good swallow. Yawning, flatulation, any sort of expulsion of air is wonderful release. So have at it. Don't feel uncomfortable by it. It's part of the natural process. And breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Trying to get your hands to raise, breathing from the lower abdomen. And while you're doing so, imagine roots growing out through the bottoms of your feet and down into the floor. Drawing that energy up from the ground. No matter if you're on the ground, the first floor, on the 101st floor, you can still imagine that energy coming up and pulling it in. And relax, breathing in anything that's uncomfortable, that's tight. And just let go. This is something you can easily do if you're taking a few minutes at your desk, at the office, if you're sitting outside. The shaking's a little more obvious, but that's okay. Many people shake to keep their watches going if they're still wearing them. Those that are affected by movement. Always remember when you do this, you can play music to accompany practice. Okay, for those of you that have grabbed your plates, grab a plate, grab your small ball or your orange, your pumpkin, as I was taking class today with one of my instructors yesterday, or on a Thursday once a week, and they were using a pumpkin as recommended by their daughter. So there's a lot of practice in there too. The grapefruit's a little bit heavier. If you have a grapefruit, a ball, an orange, or you don't have any of those things, what I'd like you to do is try to imagine that you have an energy ball under your hand. And allow it to roll, and roll it over the top of your hands, and roll it around in your hands. Okay. Now, if you don't have a ball or an orange, just do this as though you have something between your hands. So you're rotating it back and forth, up and down, and turning it from side to side. Okay, allowing your arms to move. Good. I'm going to go grab that again for a little more visual effect. When you're not using an object, a round object to do this, you get to feel the energy just a little bit more because it's different than actually feeling the physical object when you start to feel the energy. And good. Almost lost that one there. Okay, so we can either keep the orange or we can move to the plates, whatever you feel most comfortable, whatever you're using, or if you don't have any, that's okay too. You are going to put out your hand. We've done this before, but I'm going to take this step by step again. You're going to turn, back of my hand is to the floor. It's going to come around. It's going to scoop, and then the other hand is going to pick up that energy and move it forward, and we're going to scoop again. So here with the grapefruit. And again, with Qigong, there's different ways of doing things. And always reminded of that. And then depending on who your instructor is or instructors are, everything can be and usually is a little bit different. So I'm not having an armed chair here. And there we go. Now, with the round one, what you can also do is do this, where you're moving your hand on top of it. So here, place, and that was the switch. And then bring that energy forward. Before we were coming from underneath and dropping. This time we're having the hand on top, and then we're moving through. So coming up, turn, switch, and up. You want to try to keep that fruit up. There we go. And good. And twist. And good. With the plates, the twist is not there. And again, in here. The grapefruit adds a little extra weight because it's heavier. So it adds a little bit more resistance. And flip. And over the top of our heads, back down and up, and flip, and over, and up. And I'm going to switch to the plates, just so those that are seeing the plates, in case you're using plates and it's not quite working for you yet. So let's do this slowly. The plate is flat, almost as though you want to keep that that grapefruit on top. So now here, the hand underneath picks up, and you're turning and up. And that hand picks up from the bottom over the head. You can see that my hand, back of my hand is flat to the ground. And it turns, and it's coming up. And again. And up, and then that's that trade-off. And here we go. Good. A little bit more. And good. One more. And back up. And nicely done. Okay, and let's take a couple nice big deep breaths and do the waterfall. Let's do it nice and slow. We ground our feet into the ground, send that energy out and down. Pull it down through the top of your head, the crown, down through all the chakras, or through the spine, out through the base, and then back up again. And we're going to do two more. Lovely. Very nice. Well done. One more. And down. Good. Here we're going to start back to back. We're augmenting this a little bit. This is the flowering rose. Usually we do this from a horse stance, but we're going to be doing this from a seated position. So the backs of our hands are together, and you're going to breathe in, turn those hands into prayer position, touch your heart, and raise up, and come back, and dip down, pull that energy up from the ground. Turn those hands, touch the heart, anchor it, and up, raise it up, and bring that energy back down again. And dip, breathing in, and exhaling. Good. And dip, breathing in, pulling it up, and exhaling. Good. Again, follow the breath, follow the movement, or no breath, using the breath that you're comfortable with. But to try, breathing in, turn, exhale. Good. And then down, dip in, pull that energy up. Pull that energy up, touch, ground it in the heart, and spread it out. And again, dip, pulling it up, touching the heart, and out. Okay, a couple more. Breathe in, turn the hands, extend. Good. And breathe in, pulling that energy up, touching the heart, expanding outwards. And we're going to do one more, breathing in, and turn, and up, and out. And on our way back, we're going to reverse and do a waterfall. And gently down. Good. And two more. And down. Good. And up and down. Normally, when we do the standing flowering rose, our bodies rise up. But because we're seated, it's not quite as easy to get that motion because our legs are stationary. Speaking of stationary, we're going to do a static pose. Pretend that you have those oranges in your armpits, and your body is pretty straight with your pelvis tucked forward a little bit, so you're not arching your back. And we're going to breathe and check in with our body. Ground the feet to the floor, bringing that energy in from Mother Earth, from the earth. And then from the crown of our head and through our perineum. And then from the crown of our head, we're going to draw down that white light, silver or gold light, and pull that down in to mix with Mother Earth's energy. Have that find itself in the heart space. Up in here. Or the fourth chakra. And try to let go. Breathe into anything that's tight, that's cranky, that's causing you discomfort. Even doing this sitting, you can easily work up a sweat and start to feel hot because you're moving things around. So please make sure you drink enough water. If you feel lightheaded and we're obviously already sitting down, just stop for a second. Really connect your feet to the floor, connect your butt to the chair, your derriere, and just anchor yourself in and just stop for a moment and breathe. Have a little bit of water. Always make sure that you've had a little bit to eat so you don't get too lightheaded. At least for this practice. Other practices may tell you not to, but when you move a lot of energy around, it's easy to get lightheaded if you haven't eaten. Especially if you're diabetic or, just make sure you have that water, possibly a piece of sugar nearby. So, and always, anytime, doing anything physical, when you take on anything, if it's Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga, walking, running, any sport, or weightlifting, or, not that weightlifting isn't a sport, it is. Always check in, especially if you're somehow compromised in a way. That it's okay and it's a good fit for you. And always, even when you're healthy, it's always good to moderate your body and see what's happening, what's going on, and pay attention. Subtle changes are signs sometimes of different things happening. That's good to be aware. It can help prevent issues down the road at times. So for me, my shoulders are getting a little bit tight, but I can start to feel myself get really heavy. And breathe into that. For me, I'm breathing into my shoulders and releasing. There's that yawn I keep talking about. A little bit longer. And good. And bring that energy in. Normally we do a waterfall there, but bring that energy in. My thumb is on the lower rim of the umbilicus, or the belly button. And just check in with your body. Bringing bringing that energy up from the floor and down through your head. Try to keep your body erect. Straight. You'll hear me say this a lot. This is a seat of power, seat of energy. And let's move into the waterfall. Breathe in and exhale. Good. And imagine that energy moving out through your feet and into the floor. And good. And one more. Breathing in and down, drawing that energy through, again, through your spine, out through the perineum or your first chakra. And we're going to come into another static posture. Try to keep your elbows soft and bent. And just relax. And again, check in with your body, bringing that energy up from the earth, bringing the energy down from the heavens through your seventh chakra, through the top of your head, and down into your heart, and up through your legs, through your perineum, up and into your heart. Allow that to build and to mix and to move out through your hands. So you're holding a giant ball. And then we're going to take that energy. We're going to bring it back down to the lower dantian, or around basically the second chakra. Speaking of Halloween, you'll see a nice bright orange in this area, a nice pumpkin-y orange. The second chakra, creativity. I can feel the energy on my shoulders expanding a little bit, moving outward. Check in with your body and see what it's doing, what it's telling you. Now we're going to take our hands and we're going to gently put them to the floor. Wrists are bent, so palms down as though you'd be pushing yourself up from the chair. Again, check in with your body, what you're feeling, what you're sensing, how you're breathing, making sure that you're still connected. If you need to take a break, please feel free to do so. Have a little bit of water. As you keep doing this, you should start to feel energy and, in air quotes, stuff moving around in your body. Moving toxins out, bringing healing energy in. Again, make sure you have some water. Take a few minutes after practice just to sit in that practice. 10 or 15 minutes if you can, again, before you start running off to your day, or whatever else needs your attention. And just sit in it and allow it to envelop you. Try to allow any thoughts to move past. If any of the thoughts bring you joy, hold on to that joy or peace and allow that to fill your body. But don't hold on to the thought. Just that energy of positivity. And allow your body to absorb that. And then we'll come to the prayer position. I know a lot of static postures today. And breathe into that. Again, reconnect with the energy coming out through your feet and down through the top of your head into your heart, allowing it to mix, expand, and fill your body and fill outside your body to glow with this healthy light. White, silver, gold, bright. There are other colors too. Again, remember to breathe from your abdomen. Here, I'd like you to visualize that energy coming out from your heart and encircling your body and spreading to a good 12 feet in all directions. Any areas that seem to be resistant to that, and those that are experiencing it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Breathe into that and push that energy out and allow that circle or ellipse to become perfect. Pushing it out in a way. Letting that circle or sphere be whole and tight. To be perfect. Okay. Now take a moment, rub your hands together, run them over your face and over the back of your head and down and over your shoulders and out your back the best way you can. Actually, just shake them off here a little bit and then rub them together again, up and over the face, the head, over the shoulders, turning the hands so the back of the hand is rubbing on the back. Do the best you can and shake it out. Good. And one more time. And up and over and down the back of the head, over the shoulders and over the back and out, and shake that out. Good job. And breathe in. And as you can hear Gandalf doing that. And down through the floor. And two more. And down. He knows we're coming to the close. And breathing in. And down, exhaling as you go down. Good. And let's do one more. And breathe in. And exhale, drawing the energy from the heavens, pulling that energy up from the earth, from Mother Earth. Good. Heads to the heart. Excuse me, you can hear that I'm releasing. And just take a moment and breathing in that. This is more of a Reiki move than I have found a Qigong move yet. What I'm doing is I have my hand on my heart, my fourth chakra, and on my third chakra. And just breathe into this. This is a very relaxing position. Can be very helpful for those who are trying or having problems going to sleep, trying to get to sleep and having problems getting there. So, and just breathe into that. We'll use this a lot in my Reiki practice. Anybody that wants to move their hand down to the third chakra, go ahead. So they're on top of each other, like so. Or if you want to move both hands up to the heart chakra, again, right over left, left over right, whatever you feel most comfortable. And we're going to come out and do another 3 waterfalls, breathing in, exhaling, and down, and breathing in, bringing that energy up, bringing it through, washing it down through our bodies. And out, and breathing in, and down, exhaling as we move down. And good. And I'm coming back to the heart center because I want to thank everyone for coming today, for joining me for the Port Washington Public Library Qigong class. Please do enjoy the other classes that are available on the Port Washington Public Library's website. They have a YouTube link there on the front page. The library is open. Social distancing and masks, please. There is still some curbside service. The last I looked at the website earlier yesterday. So please take advantage of that if you would like to go into the library. And there are so many videos that they have up that teach different things, music, lectures, and people doing music, people doing art projects, storytelling, yoga, a whole host of lectures and wonderful things that you can find on there. I know we're all starting to wander out and about again a little bit. Please be safe, be careful, keep distance, wear your mask. It seems to be helping. At least that's what the statistical numbers show. So, anyway, thank you very much for coming today. The instruction for you today has been brought from, this particular one I've learned from my instructor from QigongAwareness.com. And there's some Reiki that's mixed in there as well for my own practice and my other teachers. So please enjoy. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. If you have any suggestions for the library, please reach out to them. And they'll be happy to hear from you. They're always looking for good suggestions. So anyway, take care, be safe, and I look forward to seeing you or you joining me next time. Take care.